Hey, what going everybody? So I got up with this on my mind, and I hope it allows you the opportunity to actually self-reflect, right? So for most of my life, I couldn't say no. Not because I didn't want to, but because no felt like rejection. Not rejection of others, but rejection of who I was taught to be. You know, the helper, the fixer, the peacekeeper. And I remember as a little girl, I feel a lot of guilt even for saying I was tired. Somewhere along the way, I learned that love and acceptance had conditions, and I had to earn my place through the yeses I gave, through compliance, through showing up even when I was empty. And that is called conditioning. It followed me into adulthood. It showed up in friendships, relationships, and even in my career. I wasn't saying yes because I wanted to. I was saying yes because I was afraid of the consequences of saying no. So when we grow up in environments where our boundaries were ignored or punished, we learn to survive by being agreeable. That makes sense, right? We confuse kindness with compliance. We confuse boundaries with betrayal. And so as adults, when we try to say no, it feels foreign, even scary to most, because deep down, we're not fighting the situation in front of us. We're fighting the memory of that inner child who was once silenced, who was dismissed, who was made to feel guilty for having needs. But here's the truth. Saying no doesn't make you selfish. It makes you self-aware. It doesn't make you unkind. It makes you honest. It doesn't mean you love people less. It means you're finally learning to love yourself more. Boundaries are not walls. They are doors with locks, and you get to decide who has the key, who gets to come in. So here's my challenge to you today, right? When that familiar guilt rises up after you say no, pause, breathe. Remind yourself that you are not the little child you had to please to feel safe. You're an adult who deserves peace, respect, and rest. You deserve to be heard. You deserve to take up space. You deserve to protect your energy. And most importantly, you deserve to say no without apology, without feeling guilty. Because healing begins when your yes is honest and your no sacred. Guard your mind and your thoughts, control your power and your mouth, because if you don't, something or someone else will. But most of all, I wanted to tell you, yeah, you're wonderful, you're beautiful, and absolutely nothing about your life is a mistake. Want to take care, and as usual, want to walk good. And remember, you're not broken, you're becoming.